This is Lou Dobbs Tonight. News, debate, and opinion for Thursday, August 9th. Live from New York, Lou Dobbs.
Coming up next, new evidence that our government has no interest in protecting American consumers from dangerous Chinese imports. Tonight, a new recall of dangerous imports from communist China. This time, hundreds of thousands of defective tires are being recalled because they lack important safety features. As Kitty Pilgrim reports, the federal government is beginning to investigate Chinese manufacturing standards, as well as allegations that China is dumping defective tires on American consumers.
In Pennsylvania, a terrible accident. 2 men killed when their tire treads separated and wrapped around the axle, overturning the vehicle and throwing them out. A third man suffered a brain injury. The attorney for the men says tires made in China were lacking a standard safety feature to prevent that kind of separation.
Chinese put profit in front of safety. They took out a key safety feature called the gum strip to save 25 or 30 cents a tire. And then, because the United States regulations are lacking, they were able to get through hundreds of thousands of tires into the American commerce.
An American importer, Foreign Tire Sales, said today that it would recall 255,000 Chinese-made tires because of that defect, including Westlake, Compass, and YKS brand tires. In June, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration ordered a recall of 450,000 Chinese-made tires. Hangzhou Zhongxi Rubber Company, the Chinese manufacturer, was the second largest in China, supplying many U.S. tires under many brand names. But they defend the product. Their company website reads, misinformation is being circulated publicly about the subject Hangzhou Zhongxi tires. Hangzhou Zhongxi has found no reason to believe that its tires are defective or dangerous.
The Chinese have mounted a serious defense of their product. They've been in contact with NHTSA. They've been over here, and they are still maintaining that there is not a defect in the product.
Nearly half of all tires are now imports, and China is the largest supplier, with 32 million tires imported last year. U.S. manufacturers say China is dumping cheap tires on the U.S. market. United Steelworkers has joined a major tire maker, Titan, as a petitioner asking the U.S. government to impose duties on Chinese off-road tires, where China dominates the market with an 83% market share. Now, after the anti-dumping complaint about the tires, China accused the United States of launching too many anti-dumping investigations. But U.S. manufacturers say the Chinese government subsidizes the off-road tire industry, dumps them below cost on the U.S. market, now with an 83% market share, Lou.
The Chinese are accusing the United States of protesting too greatly the dumping.
And denying that the tires are defective.
Well, you know what? I have to say. If the Treasury Secretary, Henry Paulson, the Commerce Secretary, Carlos Gutierrez, is listening to us here tonight, you know, it's one thing for the Chinese not to give a damn about the American consumer, but it is the responsibility of this administration and this government to enforce our safety standards for the protection of American consumers. What possible explanation does this government have, any one of its agencies or departments, for permitting this nonsense?
Yeah, it is relatively inexcusable. NHTSA says they have an investigation going on now, but it's been a very long investigation.
NHTSA is the National
Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Right.
And they have an investigation
on these Chinese tires.
And people are dead. We continue to allow this company to bring these tires in, and the company says, the distributor says,
that they're defective.
Duh.
Yeah.
And what are they doing about it besides recalling?
That's it.
That's it. But they own already 83% of the off-road market in this country.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, these idiots running our Commerce Department, our Trade Representative's office, and this government that we call a federal government permits it.
They are not looking out for the American consumers.
Where in the world is Congress on this?
Congress has had hearings on this, and I believe
they are
scheduled for September, some more hearings.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want to have to interrupt the schedule here.
Meanwhile, these tires are on the road.
Unbelievable. Okay, to keep us up to date, you're doing a great job. This is simply just another, I mean, it's an outrage. It is another example of a government that is simply dysfunctional and irresponsible. Thank you. Kitty Pilgrim.